So hello, I'm Janet Moore. Oh, it doesn't have my right name up there. Oh my goodness. I guess I should change that, shouldn't I? I didn't know it would have that. Anyways, I'm excited to be here. Let's do this then. Anyways, this is the very first Awaken Dating live stream. These are going to be weekly trainings that I do every week. That we're doing every week. And it's all for helping you single people out there find your like-hearted match. Okay, so this is what I'm here for. I have been a dating coach off and on for over 15 years. Took some time off to raise my daughter, and you might see her back here somewhere. There she is. This way. There she is. A couple pictures of her there. Took time to raise my daughter, and but anyways, I used to be a local dating coach locally in Austin, and I've done numerous singles events. I have done one of my favorite things, my workshop, my flirting workshop, and I have done numerous programs as well. I was also the spirit group leader. It was kind of like a book club of sorts for singles at my church for a couple years at Unity, and then I also was the singles group leader for the church for a couple years separately. So 2 different times, so 4 different years, really working with singles as well when I wasn't doing my own business at the time. So I've been really working with singles for a long time. And recently I was the Geek Whisperer, where I helped, as you can see on my geeky stuff here, and I'm going to be switching that around a little bit. But I used to help single men in tech, and I decided to follow, kind of be more in alignment with myself, because who I really am is a very spiritual person, and I really want to help others, especially during this time, what's going on, right? I want to be there for my tribe. My tribe, even though I am geeky, as you can see, I'm also super spiritual. I just love everything. Like if you look at all the groups that I'm in, if you look at the books that I read, oh my gosh, I have so many books, spiritual books, the kind of trainings that I attend, the things I gravitate towards, all spiritual stuff. So that's why I decided to switch to Awaken Dating. I actually created this Awaken Dating 10 or 11 years ago. Years ago, I actually created a group, a community, but at the time, there wasn't Facebook groups. And there wasn't really any good software to like be able to put people together very well at the time. So I created the group, but then kind of abandoned it because I wanted to go take care of my daughter and just be with her and raise her. And now that she's all raised, she's in college, or she's actually going to finish up her sophomore year. She's doing really great, made the dean's list, all sorts of great stuff. She's doing wonderful in the world. So now, about a year and a half ago or so, a year ago, I launched the Geek Whisper business, right? And then COVID happened. So I've been doing that for the last year, but I decided again to follow what's really true to me and true to my heart, who I really am, and go back to Awaken Dating, because like I said, I created it a long time ago, and then I stopped and started doing other things. So here I am. I'm back to who I truly am, helping you do the same. Find out who you truly are, who you really are. We're all one, right? We're all expressions of Source, expressing ourselves to learn and grow spiritually, right? So that's what we're here for. And to me, part of being awake is being spiritually awake to knowing who we truly are. We can do anything. And what's going on in the world. Being awake to what's going on as well in the world. Kind of I guess you could say the war going on, that's going on spiritually right now. So just so you know, I haven't worn a mask pretty much this whole time. If I did wear one, it was kind of like I'd stick it under my glasses and just hold the things. But I didn't actually put it around my ears. And yeah, so be the change, right? Be the change. So that's what I've been doing. And of course, I'm not going to get the thing either, as you noticed maybe when you join this group. So anyways, welcome, and I'm so glad you're here. So today's topic is, do you know what your dating vibe is? Okay, so what is your dating vibe, and why is it important to know what it is? Okay, and then what is yours? Kind of starting to look at. So the first thing is to really identify, what is your vibe? Do you even know what it is? What is your dating vibe? So I mean, like when you're out and about and you're, You're maybe wanting to, I don't know, I'm not saying you go to bars or stuff, but even if you go to like the library or a bookstore or the grocery store and you're like, I'm ready, to get out there and meet some men or some women or whatever it is, right? So what is that vibe? What is your dating vibe? And maybe even when you go on dates with guys, when you first meet them, what's your vibe? What are you giving off? What is that? Let's talk a little bit about what vibe is. And something that it's one of my fundamentals is called a Mojo vibe. Okay, so this is Mojo, a Mojo vibe. So it's something, like I said, one of my fundamentals. It's something that I start everyone with when I do coaching with them. So Mojo means, here's some examples of what it means. I looked up in the dictionary. Personal magnetism, charm, something magical or supernatural. Right? Uncanny personal power or influence. Okay, so uncanny personal power or influence, personal magnetism, charm. So that's your mojo. And then your vibe is an atmosphere or aura felt to belong to a person that is sensed or experienced by another. So vibration also. So it's like what that vibe that's going out, that aura, like we know what auras are, right? It can be felt. So when you walk into a room, you can feel the vibe that's going on. You might even feel vibes with other people. Some of you are more sensitive than others. I can really see people's auras, right? You can really sense. Some of us, more like me, we just kind of know you're not really interested in being around that person. You get sometimes you don't even know. You just know you stay away from them. That's how I do it. Some people can really see it, right? I mostly just kind of feel like, okay, I'm not interested. Moving on. See you later. Nice to meet you. Bye. So what is that vibe that you're giving off, right? What's that mojo vibe? What's that charm or that influence you're giving off? What's that being out? What are you doing there? So the first thing is to identify it, right? So what I say the mojo vibe is it's what you want to project out. So it's like you're giving a vibe off, whether you realize it or not. You are giving a vibe off, and your mojo vibe is what I call it. You're giving something off. It might not be very charming. It could be, or maybe it is, but you're giving off some kind of uncanny personal power or influence. It could be negative or positive. Hopefully, all of you, it's all weekend, it's giving off positive, right? You want to kind of look at how you're being. My daughter, for instance, I noticed when she went to go play softball with some people, she doesn't know very well, and she would give off this vibe like she's a little standoffish or a little too good to talk to everybody, even though she was really not terrified, but she was not very, she's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what these people think of me. She's really thinking about what people think of her. I'm trying to work with her on that, but still, so what's that vibe that you give off? You might not even know that you're doing it. And maybe others can see it. Maybe ask your friends, what kind of vibe do I give off? When it relates to maybe the opposite sex or men or something like that. When I'm around other men, how do I act? Do I act a little, insecure, standoffish? What is that vibe? So really identifying your vibe is very important because kind of like if you have a booger in your nose or your pants are, your zipper's down, you would want to know, right? You would want someone to tell you, hey, what's going on? You might want to, oh, okay. I didn't know, right? So it's who you are. So what your mojo vibe is, what you want to project out to others. So again, you're already projecting something. Now you actually, when you work with me, you'll actually create what that is. So it's who you are, what you want to project out to others, what you want others to know about you. What makes you unique and memorable as well. So it's kind of, you could say it's a set. So what it is 3 words, but it's a set of distinguishing features and characteristics that make you stand out in a crowd and make you memorable. Like I said. So that's what you want to look at. It's like, what kind of vibe am I giving out to others? What's my dating vibe? So you want to really distinguish that to be able to know first, what am I giving off? And once you do, then you can create it. So that's again, the mojo vibe is something I will work with you with on creating it. Now, what's exciting is not this week, but next week, 2 weeks or whatever. So I think it's the beginning of May. I'm going to be doing an online dating profile challenge for awakened daters. And what's exciting about this is I will get to work with you on creating your mojo vibe. Again, it's a fundamental thing that I do that basically kind of arranges your whole life around your mojo vibe. Because when you're in alignment, with what you want to be, what you want your vibe to be, what you want to project out to people, then when you're in alignment with that, kind of like with me, I'm now in alignment. I'm a spiritual person. I'm being in alignment by having a spiritual business, or before it wasn't that, right? So when you're in alignment with your life, things just magically start to happen. I'm not kidding. Things like things you wouldn't even believe start happening when you are in alignment with who you are. The first thing is discover who you are. So that's kind of the Mojo vibe. That's again one of my fundamentals. So like some other, like, let me see. I've written this down. Again, when you're doing your Mojo vibe, which I'll work with you, not this week, but next week, the beginning of May, when I do my online dating profile challenge, you you're going to see some things like, does it ring true to you? What you really want to project to others? Does it appeal to the kind of person you want to attract? And is it positive and memorable and unique, like I said earlier? And does it position you for the kind of relationship that you actually want to be in? That's another thing to look at. So here are some examples of some vibes that, again, what do you want to project? Like Madonna. Think about Madonna. I mean, the singer, okay? Not the, not Jesus' mother or whatever. So Madonna. You could say she's an outrageous sexual pop singer, at least back in the day. So that's one vibe. Again, these are not dating vibes, but vibes that you're giving out, right? Mother Teresa, what kind of vibe does she give out? Maybe you're a runner. You're like really into health. You're really healthy, and keep in shape and all that kind of stuff. What kind of vibe are you giving out there? Are you, let's see, like maybe what you do is kind of really the vibe you want to give off. Or maybe it's the kind of person that you are striving to be that you want to give off. So what is that? Like, so for example, one of my clients, she was an empty nester. And she, when you're empty nester, a lot of times when you have children, you do a lot of things for your children. Doesn't mean you necessarily lose yourself, but you just do a lot with your children. So she did the Mojo Vibe exercise. I did it with her, and I said, well, what lost dreams, lost things you used to do, you wish you could do again, things like that. And she said, I used to love to sail. I just remembered I used to love to sail before I had my kids. I don't know why they didn't do it when she had them, but she didn't, well, for various reasons. But she was, I love to sail. And I'm really like, that's what I want. I want to be on the water sailing. So she ended up saying, that's what I want. And I want to be, I said, well, what about a guy? Because that's the next thing we look at, right? We'll talk about it another time, but this time we're looking at you. You're vibing out, right? She goes, well, I want to date a guy that also sails. And she didn't have to say that. She's maybe just would come sailing with me from time to time. No, she wanted someone that was really into it because she loved it that much. Well, she ended up dating some men, and eventually she married a guy. They live on a sailboat, and I'm not kidding. They live on a sailboat. I see them on Facebook. They're like, what do you call it? Sailing around the Caribbean, I think the East Coast. I think they have plans to sail around the world because of things happening now. Maybe it's been a little stifled, but that's what they're doing right now. It's very exciting. So this is the kind of thing that could happen when you realize who am I? What's my vibe? Like for her, I'm a sailor, sailing sun and sailing outdoors ocean girl. I don't know. But that was one of her Mojo vibe words was sailor. And then so that she started aligning herself in that. And then she became that, right? She started being that. And then it actually happened. She actually had it, okay? Had that life by being that. But first is distinguishing what it is she wanted to do, who she wanted to be. She wanted to be a sailor, and she became, because she really already was. She didn't really remember, or she'd forgotten that. She got, involved with their kids and stuff. That's what happens. And what's great, is exciting for me, is that she now is living the life she loves. She was a Pilates instructor before. And heck, she might be doing Pilates all over the Caribbean now, wherever she wants, right? That's kind of cool, right? What kind of cool lifestyle is that? So as an exercise, you can start looking at how you can align your life. I had a guy. He was a lawyer. He was actually my lawyer, my business lawyer. And he was so funny. And I was like, dude, you should totally be a comedian or something. Let me make sure. No. You should be a comedian. You're so funny. Have you ever thought of it? I mean, he's really that funny. He really was. And he's like, well, no, not really. And I kept encouraging him. So one of his words for his Mojo vibe, the vibe he gave out, was funny. He was funny. And here's some other words. He's really smart. So I like he liked writer. I don't remember all the words he had before. But what happened was eventually he started getting into improv instead of stand-up. He got into improv. And then he started getting into acting. And then he started writing. And he quit his job, sadly, because he was not a lawyer. He's a writer and author now. He just completely stopped being a lawyer. And now he's true to himself and things have just started happening. He has the life he wants. Of course, he found this woman and everything, everything started happening when he clicked in, when he dialed in to who he really truly was. So that's the kind of thing I really work with people on, is helping them understand who they are, getting alignment. I use this tool called the Mojo Vibe to help you get in alignment with who you are. And then we work from there. That's like the fundamental thing that we work from. When you get in alignment, when you know what your vibe is, what you want to project, first you got to see, what am I projecting? And maybe that's not really what I want to project anymore. Maybe I want to project something different. Well, that's what we can discover together. Now, like I said, I'm going to be having my online dating profile challenge to upgrade your profile, the online dating profile, for you awakened daters out there, okay? Helping you, be able to figure out who you are, what you want to project. So once you know what your Mojo vibe is and you know what you want to be in alignment with, then you can make your online dating profile alignment with that. Not only your words, but also your pictures. So you'll learn all about that in another beginning of May. I'm going to be promoting it this next week. So if you're interested, please sign up for it. And then we'll have that challenge. It's completely free. Again, I'm trying to provide value for y'all. And I also am a coach. So if you want to work with me, you're welcome. We'll have a conversation about that, how I can help you personally. But again, I'm wanting to provide value. Another thing I'd like to ask of y'all, each of you, is please give me feedback. Tell me what you want in this group. Tell me the topics you'd like me to talk about on these live streams. I'm always open and love to hear what you want. Love to hear the kind of things you need help with. Okay, because that's what I'm here for. This is my mission in life. My mission is to help singles, spiritual singles like us, right? To be in alignment, to attract that like-hearted person. And here's the thing, I got that from, so I think Victoria Reynolds. We have Spirit Lift Sundays every Sunday. I'm going to be basically posting her videos in the group. And she's the one that came up with like-hearted person. I had like-minded, but I love like-hearted because it really does speak to really what we're doing here, right? Finding our like-hearted person. So please watch her Sunday, Spirit Lift Sundays. They're incredible. The last two that I saw, I watched them twice. I think one of them I watched 3 times. It was just so good. Please watch them. You'll be just totally uplifted and excited about those. So please watch those. Anyways, I just wanted to again let you know kind of what's going on here. I'm gonna create a separate video just for like how to use the group and what the group's for and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to, of course, get my first video out. I had some technical difficulties yesterday and got it finally squared away today and got everything started. So anyways, thanks for being here. And again, if y'all are wanting some help with your Mojo vibe, type vibe. So in the comments, type vibe. Also, let me know if you're listening to this live. If you're listening to this live, hashtag live. If you're listening to the replay, type in hashtag replay into the comments. And if you're interested in the challenge, type challenge below as well. So that way I can know what you need, how I can help you and serve you. Okay. Anyways, I hope you're having a great Saturday. Today's Saturday. I'm going dancing later. I love to dance. So if you live in Austin, Texas, come join us. We're going to be probably doing that regularly, but I'm also going to be having some singles events as well. So Zoom single events. So good, all sorts of fun stuff. So again, love your feedback. Okay. Well, y'all have a great evening and I will talk to you later. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.